and it's not 90% humidity. A very unusual July night in Richmond, Virginia. There may be rain, but it's not 90 and it's not 90% humidity. Maybe that's a good sign for the home team. The Richmond Kickers looking for their first home victory under recently appointed head coach David Bulow as they tangle with Atlanta United 2. Hi everybody, John Emmett along with former Kickers legend Matthew Delicott. Kickers 5-10-2, United 3-9-5. It's two teams on the outside looking in. Delhi both desperately need the 3 points tonight.
Yeah, just over the halfway point of the season here, but still a very, very big game. These are typically looked at as 6-point swings because, a win for Atlanta, they're tied with the Kickers, and Kickers can pull away by 6 points by picking up, the win. So it's a really big game today.
And it's a challenging game to prepare for because Atlanta United goes through a lot of personnel. It's a first-year franchise with a second-year MLS parent, and there is often roster chaos, as is the case tonight. Coming off a 2-1 win over Bethlehem Steel, but 5 members of that lineup were in the Atlanta United 18 this afternoon against DC United. So it's a new bunch led by John Gallagher, a draft pick, a native of Ireland, but he played his college soccer, perhaps appropriately, at Notre Dame. And with 5 goals, he provides by a margin the most punch in this lineup tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He scored just under 40 goals with the Fighting Irish, and a very dangerous player. He's a young guy that's going to be very eager to get on the score sheet tonight.
And part of a very young squad. This group isn't quite as young as Toronto FC 2 was. They didn't need parental permission slips to get on the bus, but it's still an extremely young team. Average lineup ruled out by Atlanta United 2 is under 21. Meanwhile, for the Kickers, Brian Shriver's been the man who's stirred the drink offensively all season. 5 goals, 6 assists, one of the bright spots in an otherwise tough night at New York last weekend. Kickers brought him in to bring offense, and he's brought offense.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of the opposite to Gallagher. He's going to be one of the more older captain players, and he's going to be looking to get back on the score sheet at home here and get, the Kickers with 3 points.
David Bulow continuing to tinker with his soccer team, looking for his first home win tonight. Kickers against Atlanta United 2. Back with the lineups next on CBS 6.3.
Make time to escape to the coast and enjoy 60 miles of beautiful beaches and let the sound of the ocean's tide take you to your happy place. Now's the perfect time to book your spring getaway to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Besides, you deserve it. Seize your moment now and come, let go, and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
She works as a meteorologist at CBS 6, but Nikki D. Ray does all kinds of jobs. Roll call.
I'm Nikki D., the construction worker. I'm Nikki D., the insurance agent. I'm Nikki D., the doctor. I'm Nikki D., the fast food cook. I'm Nikki D., the referee. I'm Nikki D., the teacher. I'm Nikki D., the beekeeper. I'm Nikki D., the race car driver.
Nikki D. Can You Be Me? On CBS 6 this morning.
Back at City Stadium in Richmond, it is USL soccer tonight on an overcast and possibly rainy evening. John Emmett along with Matthew Delicott as the Richmond Kickers 5-10-2 taking on Atlanta United 2, a 3-9-5 record. Atlanta's starters tonight featuring 5 changes from the group that beat Bethlehem Steel 2-1, and for first-year head coach Scott Donnelly, not a lot of choice in the matter. Those 5 were all with the MLS side this afternoon. Nicholas Carreau gets the start in goal today. They've used 5 different goalkeepers. John Gallagher in the midfield, the man to watch offensively. Meanwhile, the Kickers also still tinkering with their lineup. David Bulow in his 4th game as Kickers head coach goes to Trevor Spangenberg in net tonight after 3 straight starts for Travis Wara. Good news, Austin Yearwood, who was knocked up in practice a couple of weeks ago and has been out of the lineup, is back in the 11 tonight. Brian Shriver has been getting it done for the Kickers offensively. Kickers are in red. Atlanta United will get the first touch with Laurent Kissadou over the ball. And we are underway. Alessandro Castro for Jack Metcalf. Now Castro probing, looking for Kunga. And that was headed away by Thompson for an Atlanta throw. 69 degrees at game time, Deli.
Yeah, didn't play in many games in July at that temperature, so great for the players.
I was going to ask if you were having like a Wales flashback tonight.
Yeah, not often I'm wearing a hoodie out here in July.
Atlanta 4-2-3-1. They love possession. They like to play build-up soccer just like the parent club. Kickers have struggled with possession. Shinovsky got in the way of that pass. Mikael Williams plays it back for Spangenberg. Now Austin Yearwood back in the lineup tonight. Greg Bame getting a touch, getting his first pro start tonight, just his 2nd appearance in a league match for the Kickers. And a foul whistle is Kunga. Then Oliver Shannon went hard into a Richmond player, and it's Shannon slow to get up.
Yeah, you can see early doors you want to get stuck in. You can see here came in hard, ends up actually getting hurt himself. Pretty bad challenge there.
Gonzalez, the recipient of the challenge, and it was Shannon, one of 2 natives of Liverpool who played college soccer at Clemson. That notorious Liverpool to Clemson recruiting pipeline. Long ball forward from Gonzalez, and Carreau gets a chance to handle it. He's one of the very few players on this Atlanta team with a foreign background who did not make his way to the U.S. prior to the start of his professional career. He spent most of his career in the lower divisions in Scotland. Shinovsky got ahead to that. Alessandro Castro started forward. That was broken up by Braden Troyer. Shinovsky gives it a look. Just underway from City Stadium and scoreless. Williams, Trinidad and Tobago international with some MLS experience. Bame, VCU product. Now Imura, Yearwood, Schreiber, and Carreau way out of the box. That'll be a Richmond throw.
Yeah, keeper alert there, off his line quickly.
Williams. Bame drops it back for Troyer, who's been asked to play a variety of roles on this team, back in the midfield tonight. Shanoski. Thompson for Gonzalez. Now Fernando. He plays it in, and Andrew Kendall Moulin able to break the play up, but Atlanta conceding a corner.
Yeah, good trickery here. You can see nice little turn. Managed to get a ball into the near post. Defender kind of threw his hand up there, looked pretty close.
And very nearly a handball there from A.J. Cochran. Service in, headed cleared by Metcalf, but only as far as Williams, who chopped it out for a goal kick. Murrah got off to a good start, but he's been quiet offensively as of late, in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, no, last time Udai came on here at one of the home games, he brought a lot of energy and fire, so I'm sure he's going to want to do that from the onset today.
Samuel's touch broken up by Troyer. Shanoski. Fernando finding some space. Brian Shriver. Fernando again for Shriver. Now Thompson. Service in is cleared out by Jack Metcalf. Yearwood rolls it back.
Bright start here from the kickers, looking pretty sharp on the ball.
Troyer for Thompson. Little turn from Bame. He goes down under a stout challenge from Kendall Moulin. Yeah, kicker's getting a lot of possession early here against a side that likes possession. Carrose starts it the other way, but that'll be a Richmond throw. Of course, Atlanta has struggled on the road, not surprising. First-year franchise, and it's a very young team with an unsettled lineup. They have yet to beat a non-MLS reserve side. All of their wins have come against the other twos.
Yeah, and they have a long road stretch here. Next 2 months, they 7 out of 9 games on the road, and then they have a little home stretch where they can finish out the season with about 7 at home. So they're definitely going to need to pull off some points, you know, to stay in the hunt.
Will Crane heading that back for Carrot. Yeah, they're not back at home until August 28th, but they share a stadium with the Gwinnett baseball team. So this ought to be a derby game because they built that stadium to steal the Richmond Braves. There should be some hard feelings here. Oliver Shannon. Metcalf. Loring Kisadou. Shanoski turns it the other way. Early and scoreless at City Stadium, and that hasn't often been the case. Kickers have done a great job scoring early goals at home. First goal in 6 of their last 7 here.
See a nice touch from Fernandez, good trickery. Just clipped his ankle a little bit.
Castro, a Georgia product out of the Atlanta United Academy, the guilty party, as Kendall Moulin retreats to play that. A.J. Cochran. Trying to send Kunga. And that winds up a goal kick.
Yeah, I think you'll be a bit disappointed there. Anytime you get into those positions on the field, you want to get some type of end product, whether it's a free kick, a corner kick, a cross. So I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with himself not to get something out of that.
Kunga, a young man who's had an interesting life. Born in Angola, lived in Russia for 7 years as a small child, then relocated to the greater Atlanta area. He's actually a hometown signing. Williams. Nearly all of the Atlanta United 2 players with foreign backgrounds actually spent their formative years in the greater Atlanta area. Yearwood, founded by John Gallagher, actual Irishman who went to Notre Dame. I'd imagine he got a full scholarship. And you can double as the mascot. You're in business. Castro the touch, broken up by Troyer. Shinosky for Udai Imura. Imura fighting his way around. Metcalf almost had Shriver.
Yeah, just a little bit under hit by Udai there. Just needed to get it past the defender.
Fernando won that ball from Will Crane. Looking for Imura. Atlanta goal kick as we approach the 10th minute of this one. No rain yet, 69 degrees and dry in late July at City Stadium. Yearwood headed forward for Bame. Now Gonzalez. Shinosky. Yearwood creeping up. Imura has, Bame went down. Yearwood restarts looking for Shriver. Chipped away by Shannon. Castro plays it along and Kunga gets a chance to gallop some. Trying to find Samuel. Samuel's shot blocked, but right to Gallagher. Metcalf was tumbling. And a whistle against Atlanta United as Samuel was trying to gain possession in the area.
Yeah, I think he may have been a step offside when this ball was played.
And the replay seems to confirm that. Well defended by Thompson. Samuel, a native of Ethiopia who found his way to Georgia as a youngster, but before Atlanta United got rolling, and he was actually snapped up by the Philadelphia Union Academy. And then acquired by Atlanta from Bethlehem Steel last season. Gonzalez, marked by Castro, trying to find Shriver. Now Imura, little space. Yearwood. Metcalf hustling back. Greg Bame, first pro start. Most of his minutes coming in Open Cup play. Fernando. That was well defended by Kunga. Shinosky won back, but only as far as Kisadou, the native of the Ivory Coast. Now Imura. 11.5 minutes in, no score from City Stadium. Shinosky out for Thompson. He scored a goal on the last road trip that made Sports Center.
Yeah, great little left-footed free kick into the top corner.
Which happened to be his first goal of the season and second of his professional career. Long ball by Williams, looking for Shriver. Metcalf back to defend.
Yeah, Scott also playing a little bit out of his normal position, normally kind of on the left side there, so he's playing more of a right midfielder today, like a Gareth Bale.
Still see some tinkering from David Bulow. Now almost a month into his head coaching tenure here. High pressure from Atlanta, but Imura comes away with possession. Brayden Troyer. Out to Thompson. Looking for Luis Fernando. As Well defended by A.J. Cochran, former first-round draft pick of Houston Dynamo, and one of the more experienced players in tonight's United 11. Fernando for Bame. Yearwood. Service headed clear by Kendall Moulin, but winds up a kicker corner.
Yeah, another one. I think he's a little upset with himself. Should be heading it back to where it came from. Ends up kind of skipping off his head out for a corner kick. So could be a tricky set piece now for Atlanta to defend.
Shriver takes the corner. United managing to relieve pressure there as Murrah plays that out for a 5-stripe throw.
Yeah, good whipped in ball there to the near post and a nice flick on, but no one getting on the end of the second ball.
Crane took the throw. Kendall Moulin. Too far for Metcalf. Williams for Bame. Now Troyer. Fernando reacted as though he'd been stepped on. Yearwood for Gonzalez. Nice turn. Now Fernando back for Gonzalez. Vigorously defended by Kendall Moulin. And it's a Richmond free kick.
Yeah, good work there from Fernandez and Gonzalez.
And a yellow card for Kendall Moulin.
Raul Gonzalez just able to get his toe on the ball right as the defender slides in. Comes in late, you can see. So good touch from Gonzalez, and referee getting a grip of the game, giving an early yellow card here.
4th caution of the year for Andrew Kendall Moulin, who played for San Antonio FC last season. It comes as we reach the quarter-hour mark of a scoreless match. Shriver will restart.
Looks like he's standing on the spray and not behind it.
Back post ball is punched away by Carreau. Bame trying to keep the attack alive. Thompson battling with Kunga all the way out. Goal kick coming for Atlanta United. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportsamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Either team with a real chance early here. Gallagher digs that ball free. Castro plays it along. There goes Kunga. Back for Castro. Oliver Shannon. Cochran for Will Crane. Castro again. Bame whistled for the foul. PCU product out of Woodbridge. Andrew Kendall Moulin as the Red Army looks on. Kissadu. Shannon back for Cochran. Samuel giving chase. Shinosky gets there first. Looks like Troyer's playing the right inside back and Shinosky's playing wide.
Yeah, I think when they're in possession, you can see the centre backs are splitting really wide, and Braden's kind of dropping into that hole. And then I think defensively, Braden kind of steps up more of a defensive midfielder when they're defending. So
Little different look from David Bulow, who is more casually attired tonight. He had upped the kicker's bench sartorial game dramatically in his coaching debut.
He did. He was spiffed out in some nice gear.
Gonzalez. Fernando digs that out. That was poked clear by Cochran. Kunga tried to start the counter. Thompson broke that up. Imura. Diagonal for Shriver, and Carew off his line to maintain order. 18.5 gone of the opening 45, and neither club is really threatened yet. Will Crane. Cochran for Shannon. A.J. Cochran, 26 MLS games. Kendall Moulin played college soccer at SIU Edwardsville. Gallagher. Metcalf. Good challenge there from Bam. Kendall Moulin has to retreat. Carew making only his third start. Atlanta has kept goal by committee. 5 different keepers have had starts, none more than 6. Gallagher has some room. But that ball's speculative at best. And Williams drops it back to Spangenberg, maybe just to make sure that Spangenberg's still with us. He hasn't had to do a whole bunch.
Yeah, obviously makes it tough for Atlanta with the team chemistry when you've got a lot of personnel changes from the first team, you know, to the down to the academy and shuffling. So it can make it tricky to get that team chemistry right.
You ever been with a team that had 31 different players start halfway through the season?
No, not personally.
Have you heard of much like that? Here's Imura. Williams recovers. Atlanta's used 31 starters. Coach Bulow said it was kind of tough to prepare because the lineup is altered so much week to week. You really have no idea what you're going to face.
Yeah, it's probably one of those games where he's just going to be kind of focused more on what his team's going to do as opposed to focusing on your opponent.
A.J. Cochran. Kunga. Bumped off in traffic, wanted a foul, not forthcoming. Bame gallops ahead. Broken up by Metcalf. Kendall Moulin dropped it off for Cochran. Laurent Kisadou. Now Joseph Samuel. And he draws contact from Imura for a free kick.
Good hold-up play there from Samuel. Getting the ball in, making it stick, holding it for the team.
A.J. Cochran. Looking for Gallagher, but a little too much weight there, and the kickers get a goal kick here. Trevor Spangenberg making his 6th USL start. Well, that was poorly done. Here's Gallagher. Williams able to break it up, but now Kisadou. Metcalf jumping in. Back post service, and Shinovsky get just a piece of that. And Fernando battling with Kunga, out for a Richmond throw.
Yeah, scary moment there for the kickers. Sloppy giveaway in the back, and defender did well to quickly react and block the shot.
They've had some howlers. Gonzalez and Samuel wrestle. Gonzalez draws a foul, and you might be able to see Samuel's not very happy about it. .23rd minute, no score. Murrah gets ahead to it. A nice touch there for Yearwood. Again, Murrah. Kickers pouring forward. Here's Shriver. Finds a little space. Goal kick coming.
You can always see what he's trying to do there as he cuts inside. Good play from Udai and Murrah. And Shriver coming in on his favorite right foot. Ball ended up knuckling a little bit. Maybe just wanted to get that ball to curl back to the far post, but just kind of knuckled away.
And a whistle off the restart. That leads to a Richmond free kick. Here's Williams. And Murrah back for Williams. Pressured by Oliver Shannon. Spangenberg trying to turn it around. Shannon got ahead to that. Kissadoo looking for Samuel. Troyer there to turn it away.
Well read from Braden Troyer there. Good run from the forward.
Yearwood rolls it back to Spangenberg, who was once property of Chivas USA, for whom he appeared in one MLS match. Fernando. And he draws a foul from Kunga. Without naming names, well, we'll go to the replay first.
Yeah, you can see Gonzalez there, good strength. Just taken down. I think Buell will be happy with his midfield performance so far. They've been doing well on the ball, been strong on the ball.
I'll tell you that when we met with David Buell yesterday, he didn't want to go into specific names, but said that there were 4 or 5 players he was really pleased with. And you kind of, if you follow the lineups, begin to tell, I think, who he's talking about. Fernando's making his 3rd straight start. You see a couple of guys that really haven't been in the 18 all year, all of a sudden kind of popping up. Here's Murrah. He has some room. Murrah! Kickers have had a couple of good looks, haven't found the frame yet.
Yeah, Udai likes to get in between the lines and run at people. You see he gets the ball out of his feet and ends up just kind of slicing the ball and it fades away. But getting into some good positions. Udai's always going to look to try and get in between the midfield and defenders and pick up that ball and turn and run at people.
When Atlanta side that had a lot of possession against Bethlehem Steel last week really hasn't had very much here. And here's some opportunity. Bame for Murrah. That was jammed away by Metcalf.
Yeah, great ball into Scott Thompson there. Did well to cut inside and find Udai. Slipped it across. Another bright moment from the Richmond Kickers.
Here's Fernando. And he finds room. And that one challenged Thoreau.
See Atlanta just probably slowing things down a little bit here.
Yearwood up for that header, but it's out for a throw. The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. And Braden Troyer draws a foul from Laurent Kissadoo.
It's been a bright few moments here for the Richmond Kickers the last few minutes, so we'll see if they can turn it into a goal. Atlanta just kind of weathering the storm right now.
Gonzalez. And he was hounded by Kunga and drew a foul. Raul Gonzalez, University of Memphis product. Connor Shinosky. Fernando. Thompson. Gonzalez. Kunga comes up with the takeaway. Atlanta starting to stream forward. Kisadu, that was broken up by Shinoski. Udai Imura. Shinoski probing for Yearwood. Get a clean touch.
Yeah, you see Braden Troyer dropping back again. I think he's just trying to open up the space for those midfielders, try and draw some of the Atlanta players out. Creates a little bit more space for those guys in center midfield to pick up the ball and combine and run at people.
Shannon has to roll that back for A.J. Cochran. Now Will Crane, another of the academy products. They've had 3 16-year-olds playing matches this season. Crane, a relative geezer, he's 18. Here's Shannon against Williams, who tipped it away to Yearwood. A pretty stout collision with Metcalf, and it winds up a Richmond throw. Yearwood, Charlotte native, who began professionally with the Independents, first year here. Troyer heads it back for Williams. 38 games of Major League Soccer appearances, 21 caps for Trinidad and Tobago.
It's a solid resume.
At the half-hour mark, goalless, Richmond has had most of the pressure and very uncharacteristically most of the possession. Gallagher rolls it back for Kendall Moulin. Carreau out for Cochran. Shinoski was battling with Kunga. That winds up an Atlanta throw. Shinoski roaming up the pitch more than we've seen previously this season. Kisadu. Shannon. Will Crane. Potential giveaway there. Imura went down, no whistle. Metcalf comes away with possession. Jack Metcalf played some in the Welsh Premier League last season, Bangor City.
Spent a season in that league with Carmarthen Town. Played at Bangor a few times.
Here's A.J. Cochran. Kisadu. Long ball from Troyer, handled by Andrew Kendall Moulin. Now Shannon. Probing for Samuel. Kisadu. Crane for Alessandro Castro, who was pretty involved the first couple of minutes and then kind of vanished. Williams finding Imura back for Yearwood. Now Braden Troyer. Shinoski. Luis Fernando. Some room here for Williams. Imura goes down hard, this time under a Metcalf challenge. Kickers will get the restart. On a yellow card, I think for Kisadu for dissent there.
Yeah, you can see the ball played in. Just kind of probing. Udai knew there was pressure coming, so lays it off, and strong challenge, kind of a late challenge there. So referee deemed it as a yellow.
Second caution of the night. Almost 33 minutes in, no score. Williams. Fernando. And that was broken up by Castro. Now Gallagher. Metcalf. Shannon draws the foul from Luis Fernando.
Yeah, a little bit of a silly foul there from Fernando. You don't want to give, the away team any opportunities from set pieces. So just kind of stay on your feet and contain, stop him from going forward. So I don't think David Buell will be too happy with giving away set pieces here.
And Richmond has at times struggled to defend the same. And Fernando got a little handsy after the whistle, and he and Kisidou exchanged greetings. Now Kisidou stands over the ball. Made his professional debut here late last August as a member of the Charleston Battery, which has had kind of a casual relationship with Atlanta United. More of an affiliation last year. And Kisidou, another of the foreign-born players who found their way to the U.S. prior to the start of their pro careers. Metcalf looking for Kisidou. And Atlanta earns a corner as Fernando was able to square out. He's going to go the other way. It's going to be a goal kick. Fernando, nice job to deflect that off Kisidou.
Yeah, a little tricky set piece here. Similar to England in the World Cup, and actually executed it really well, and Fernando did well to stay alert to that, and then ricocheted off the Atlanta player. A little bit fortuitous for the kickers not to give away a corner.
Well, Atlanta regains possession. Kendall Moonland playing it back for Will Crane. That second caution was Metcalf for the tackle. From our angle, the referee was kind of waving the yellow card in Kisidou's face, but it was for the tackle. Raul Gonzalez. Fernando. And that was broken up by Crane. 36th minute, no score. Richmond has had the preponderance of possession and a couple of decent chances. Trevor Spangenberg, who puts the ball in play there for Williams, has not had a lot to do yet. Stark contrast to Travis Wara's last two starts when he was peppered with shots and earned a controversial USL first 11 after a 12-save, 5 goals against effort in New York.
Yeah, probably can't say that you'll win many Team of the Week shout-outs when you concede 5 goals, but obviously did a great job to keep, could have been a lot more.
Bame the strong tackle. Gonzalez galloping forward. Bame goes down just outside the area and drew a foul from A.J. Cochran. And the kickers get a dangerous set piece. And Bardil Passage, our referee tonight, is going to get an earful.
Yeah, I think Atlanta a little upset with this one. You can see the pass looked like it was a little bit behind them. And not sure if there was too much contact there. I think the pass was just kind of a yard behind the kickers player and wasn't able to get a touch on it and went down. So Atlanta not happy with the call, but it's going to be a great opportunity here for Brian Shriver and the Richmond Kickers.
Shriver and Thompson standing over it. They both have the resumes this season. Both have scored on free kicks from about this distance. 37 minutes in, no score. Nicholas Carreau trying to get his wall set. It's Shriver, and it's 1-0 Richmond.
Great finish from Brian Shriver. He's done it again from a similar spot. Curls it into the top corner to give kickers 1-0 lead.
Brian Shriver's club-leading 6th goal of the year. He has scored now in back-to-back games, and here comes the smoke.
Yeah, just a couple of steps, whips it in, topspin on the ball, and couldn't have stuck it any more in the top corner than that.
Went brilliantly curled over the wall and banked home. And for the 7th time in the last 8 at City Stadium, Richmond strikes first.
Yeah, I think Atlanta would feel a little bit hard done by the free kick, but at the end of the day, the referee's given it, and Brian Shriver stepped up and converted, so credit to him.
Kunga dug that one out for Kisadu, who starts to find some space. A little more jump here from Atlanta now. Gallagher out for Kunga. Service in. Winds up a Richmond goal kick.
Yeah, quite often you'll see a goal will make the game a little bit more lively, and I'm sure Atlanta is going to come out guns a-blazing here to try and get one back before the half.
Brian Shriver free kick goal, 38th minute. Kickers 1, Atlanta United 2-0. Trevor Spangenberg gets it restarted. Murrah up for the header. Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL Soccer. Well, Atlanta's varsity fell behind early today. And
they did, and they pulled off a 3-1 win.
Martinez with another hat trick. He's so far ahead of the rest of the pack right now in goal scoring. I think he's won the 2019 Golden Boot. He's 10 clear of Bradley Wright Phillips.
Yeah, you can see a short run up, just a couple of steps, and great technique. Quite tough to get it up and over the wall like that. And, you know, it's obviously one of Brian Shriver's specialties.
A brilliantly struck ball for his 6th of the campaign. Metcalf standing over this one. Four-year pro. Williams got ahead to that after Cochran got a piece. And the kickers able to get that off the line and avoid what looked like a certain corner. Thoreau turns it back. Williams up for the header. Metcalf played that along. Troyer. Yearwood under some high pressure. And Troyer relieves it. Andrew Kendall Moulin. Yearwood for Bame. Murrah goes down under a Kisadu challenge.
Yeah, another silly foul, just giving the kickers kind of a free pass to get out. Got them pinned in. Again, just as a defender in those moments, you want to stand on your feet, stop them playing forward, and it's just kind of an easy out now for the kickers. So you see just coming in late and taking his legs. He's got to be a little bit more disciplined.
It is a young lineup. Kisadu 19. Castro 18, Will Crane 18, Samuel 21, Kunga only 19, Gallagher 22 and a first-year pro, Shannon 22 and a first-year pro. Shannon again down. And Atlanta brought only 5 subs, which is surprising because they roster about 40 guys. I mean, they have the advantage of a burgeoning academy. This is only a 2-year-old club, and already their academy is producing talent. But they've got plenty of bodies. I don't know if there's a big academy weekend or something, but they only sent 5 subs, one of whom has not only not appeared in a pro match, they pretty much wrote him in crayon on the roster today. He wasn't in the notes earlier this week. Of course, they've also faced a Wednesday game. They got to go to Nashville for a Wednesday game after this one. Kickers won't write sympathy cards. Today is the first of 5 matches in 2 weeks. Of course, one of those is RCD Espanyol here Wednesday, and nobody's complaining about that one.
That's right. Yeah, they It's always a nice breakup to get one of those games in. You know, when you're working hard in the league every week, and it's you know, be refreshing. Try and get some other guys some minutes as well, which would be good.
Kicker's 10 points shy of the playoff line right now. Williams long ball, Carreau well off his line to retrieve. But they have 3 games in hand on Charlotte, so it's not a hard 10 points. But it is getting late early, and well, that one lacked weight, but Carreau there able to clear. Troyer with the header. Kisadou turns it along, but right to Troyer. Now Austin Yearwood. 44th minute, 1-0 Richmond. Brian Shriver, 38th minute goal on a free kick. Controversial foul from just outside the area, the margin of difference. Gonzalez. Shinosky. That one bounced off Crane. We get a whistle behind the play for Raul Gonzalez.
Yeah, another late one coming in there. See, Atlanta probably a little bit frustrated playing on the road. Feel a bit hard done by the goal, and you can see it's showing with some of these late challenges.
Alessandro Castro, one of the 18-year-olds, the guilty party there. Thompson will throw this in. Final minute of the 45 here in the first half as Gonzalez ran out of room. Kickers also with a little different look to their 18 tonight. Javier Cordova is not available. Alex Lee is out of the 18, and part of that is the fixture crowding. 1 minute of stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Thompson up for the header, then Boehm. Controlled by A.J. Cochran. Kendall Moulin sending it forward. Samuel giving chase, but Thompson rolls it back to Spangenberg. Crane picked that off, and then Shannon goes down hard under the Boehm challenge, and Boehm goes into the book.
Another one of those late challenges, just going in for the ball. Just a second off. Again, one of those times maybe just better off staying on your feet, keeping the ball in front of you.
It's Greg Boehm's first professional caution. And it will be the final action of the first half. Now deep into stoppage time. Shannon in traffic. That'll do it. First half in the books at City Stadium. And the Richmond Kickers on the Brian Shriver free kick go into the room with a 1-0 lead over Atlanta United 2. Halftime is next on CBS 6.3 and ESPN+.
Don't miss out. It's the final days of Nissan Now. Hurry in for big savings on road with ProPilot Assist that helps keep you centered in your lane. The technology of tomorrow, available today. This is your last chance to save on America's best-selling SUV and our entire lineup. It's time for an upgrade. Hurry in to Nissan Now. Exclusive offers and this event end April 2nd. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models or save up to $10,500 on select models.
Make time to escape to the coast and enjoy 60 miles of beautiful beaches and let the sound of the ocean's tide take you to your happy place. Now's the perfect time to book your spring getaway to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Besides, you deserve it. Seize your moment now and come, let go, and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach time.
She works as a meteorologist at CBS 6, but Nikki D. Ray does all kinds of jobs. Roll call.
I'm Nikki D, the construction worker. I'm Nikki D, the insurance agent. I'm Nikki D, the doctor. I'm Nikki D, the fast food cook. I'm Nikki D, the referee. I'm Nikki D, the teacher. I'm Nikki D, the beekeeper. I'm Nikki D, the race car driver.
Nikki D, Can You Be Me? On CBS 6 this morning.
Richmond Kickers versus RCD Español. They conquered Real Madrid. They defeated Atlético de Madrid. La Liga is coming to City Stadium July 25th. La Liga in RBA. Get tickets now at richmondkickers.com.
We're back at City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia, USL Soccer tonight. Richmond Kickers 1, Atlanta United 2-0 at the interval. John Emmett along with Matthew Delicott. The Kickers looking for their first home win in the David Bulow era. And the Kickers really getting off to a bright start against a young Atlanta United squad that was coming off a really impressive win at home last week over Bethlehem Steel. But nearly half of that starting lineup found themselves with Atlanta United, the big club, tonight. And the youngsters kind of struggling to find some rhythm.
Yeah, I think you can see, you know, the experience coming through, like we said before the game, having somebody like a Brian Shriver step up and score the goal. And I think you can see Atlanta's getting a little bit frustrated at times, giving away some sloppy free kicks, picking up some yellow cards. So be interesting to see what the halftime talk is for the club, and if they can come out and play with a little bit more discipline in the second half.
The Kickers 56% possession in the first half, which is just about a season high for a team that struggled to break 50. And they had some good chances early. Fernando earning a corner with that ball in.
Yeah, some bright moments from the Kickers early on. They were getting some good pressure, getting some shots from distance. You can see here Shriver trying his luck from about 25 yards out. And then Amura getting some space to run at people, having some shots from distance. And then again, Fernandez with another one from distance. That one finally on target. And then Shriver stepping up with a fantastic free kick, top corner, really unstoppable.
A brilliant finish for Shriver, who scored his club-leading 6th goal of the campaign. He's had a hand in more than half of the Kickers' goals this season. He also has 6 assists. The foul preceding that free kick was a matter of some controversy, but the Kickers scoring first for the 7th time in their last 8 here at City Stadium, and a crowd that may have been frightened off to an extent by some ominous weather forecasts, actually enjoying about as pleasant a July night as you can imagine here.
Yeah, and I think definitely, you know, David Bueller want them to come out fired up in the second half and build on this lead. You don't want teams to hang around at 1-0 because anything can happen. Set piece or a funny moment or a freak play. So they're going to want to get a second goal here and you know, get the crowd on their feet.
And Atlanta United can score, but they have not been able to challenge Trevor Spangenberg yet tonight. 1-0 Kickers at the break. Back with more halftime activity next on CBS 6.3 and ESPN+.
top place. Number 10, Fred. That's Matias Silva. Rocket outside the box for a goal. That's the real Monarchs. Swope Park Rangers.
And number 9 for the United Soccer League. Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Charlotte Independents. 90th minute. Dominic Oduro. Absolute firecracker from outside the box.
Phoenix Rising FC, OKC Energy FC. Solomon Asante. That is a goal. That's a finish.
This is soccer. Fresno and Seattle. This is Jamal Johnson. San Antonio, Reno 1868. 27th minute, Reno's Jerry Avik. Jerry Van Avik.
Steve in action on Las Vegas Lights and the Swope Park Rangers.
It's legal.
Juan Kazane, free kick, bangs it. A little soccer for St. Louis FC, Phoenix Rising FC. They're going at it. Chris Cortez, the blast, bang.
Sacramento Republic and Fresno FC. This is deep. Frank Tayu over the goalkeeper.
United Soccer League, Indy 11, Nashville SC. And Absolute Caraca. United Soccer League, FC Cincinnati, Richmond Kickers. I like that name. Fresno FC, Swope Park Rangers, 32nd minute. Great passing, and then Jamal Johnson back in the onion bag. Nashville and Penn FC. Nashville look at the give and the go. Lebo Maloto. Bebeto. Maloto.
We're up to 2. More United Soccer League. Jason Johnson.
Be arrested. That's unbelievable.
JJ, the scissor kick.
Tony Sod. Holy shnikey. What a firecracker. Look at that thing. That little screwball action. Man, you take it. Of course, the keeper always.
For the Fighting Phils.
Number 1. United Soccer League. That's Cincinnati's goalie, Spencer Ritchie. To Kenny Walker, who puts it in from almost 50 yards. That is silly and saucy.
Don't miss out. It's the final days of Nissan Now. Hurry in for big savings on road with ProPilot Assist that helps keep you centered in your lane. The technology of tomorrow, available today. This is your last chance to save on America's best-selling SUV and our entire lineup. It's time for an upgrade. Hurry in to Nissan Now. Exclusive offers and this event end April 2nd. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models or save up to $10,500 on select models.
Make time to escape to the coast and enjoy 60 miles of beautiful beaches and let the sound of the ocean's tide take you to your happy place. Now's the perfect time to book your spring getaway to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Besides, you deserve it. Seize your moment now and come, let go, and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach time.
Richmond Kickers versus RCD Español. They conquered Real Madrid. They defeated Atlético de Madrid. La Liga is coming to City Stadium July 25th. La Liga in RBA. Get tickets now at richmondkickers.com.
She works as a meteorologist at CBS 6, but Nikki D. Ray does all kinds of jobs. Roll call.
I'm Nikki D, the construction worker. I'm Nikki D, the insurance agent. I'm Nikki D, the doctor. I'm Nikki D, the fast food cook. I'm Nikki D, the referee. I'm Nikki D, the teacher. I'm Nikki D, the beekeeper. I'm Nikki D, the race car driver.
Nikki D, Can You Be Me? On CBS 6 this morning.
Then back at City Stadium, Richmond, Virginia, John Emmett with Matthew Delicott at halftime. Richmond Kickers on the strength of a Brian Shriver late first half free kick goal enjoy a 1-0 advantage over Atlanta United. Well, more news from the USL since we've been away, and the one that will most impact the Kickers is the addition of Loudoun United joining the USL next season. They will be the top club for DC United, and they will play at a 5,000-seat stadium as part of DC United's new complex. It will obviously alter the Kickers' relationship with DC United. But the Kickers haven't had a ton of help this season. Honestly, Travis Moore is the only guy who's had regular minutes as a part of that. Dane Kelly wasn't in the 18 for United today, but obviously he isn't here. Bruno Miranda got some run for United today. He played a game here.
Yeah, and then it'd be interesting. It'd be like another rivalry for the Richmond Kickers with another close team. You know, they've had some great rivalries over the year, and this will be a new one.
And joining a pile of expansion teams, Austin, Birmingham, Memphis, Albuquerque, I suspect, is going to be a terrific franchise. University of New Mexico is amongst the NC2A leaders in Division I soccer attendance annually. El Paso should be another great market. They've been kind of crying for a team since the Laredo Mexican League franchise went out of business. And then Hartford coming in, and I've seen the stadium plan there. That is not going to be a rock pile.
Yeah, no, lots of exciting things happening.
And again, huge attendance last week, led by Cincinnati. Another weekend, another 20,000 plus for Cincinnati, which will be moving on more appropriately to Major League Soccer next year. But still some great crowds in Las Vegas. Not afraid to try things. Usain Bolt is apparently in conversation with the Las Vegas Lights. I know he's been kind of showing up at training, various clubs around the world, thinking about how his world-class speed might translate to a soccer field. And it looks like Las Vegas trying to get him actually on the field. Meanwhile, the USL is now out of the Open Cup. Nice run for Louisville this year. But they do have one more shot. They have Chicago Fire Wednesday. A couple of those games actually got postponed. Louisville taking on Chicago Wednesday, trying to get to the semifinals. I think that was last accomplished by Cincinnati last year. But the Richmond Kickers also have made a run to the semis in recent memory.
Yeah, actually, David Bueller was, I believe, a part of that team that helped knock off a couple of the MLS teams.
Meanwhile, the Kickers' first half stats, the one that really jumps out, 56.6 possession. That is about a season high. And then the other one that kind of jumps out, and you were talking about it in the first half, the fouls, 12 committed by Atlanta to 6 for the Kickers.
Yeah, I think just a big part of this second half will be, you know, which team can really put on a professional performance and get the job done. So it'll be interesting to see if Atlanta can kind of come out and do that with their young squad and see, you know, what David's told these guys at halftime to come out and put on a professional performance with more veteran, experienced players to try and take care of business.
Now, peering into the huddles as the teams are back on the field for the second half, it appears that neither club will offer a substitution. The Kickers with Spangenberg in goal, and then Yearwood, Williams, Shinosky, and Thompson across the back with Troyer playing kind of a holding midfield, and then Imura, Fernando, Greg Baim getting his first start, and Gonzalez, and up top, Brian Shriver. And for Atlanta, Metcalf, Kendall, Moulin, Cochran, Crane, the 4 across the back. Shannon Kunga, Kisadu, Castro, Gallagher in the midfield, and a 4-2-3-1 with Joseph Samuel, the striker, up top. And Nicholas Carreau is in goal tonight as the second half underway. Imura dropping it back for Williams. Kickers in the red. Cochran went up to deflect that header off Imura. Baim wins that ball. And then Yearwood rolls it back to Trevor Spangenberg. Getting his first action tonight in nearly a month. Baim, Imura, battling with Metcalf, and David Buelow wanted a whistle and he got it.
Yeah, I think Greg Bums had a solid start for his first ever professional start. He's been doing well getting on the ball, showing good strength.
You gotta love those VCU Rams. Can't go wrong there.
That's right.
Samuel ran out of room. A.J. Cochran. That was won by Bame for Fernando. Probing for Imura, but that was optimistic. Throw coming for Atlanta United, just underway second half. Kickers up 1-0 on a 38th minute Brian Shriver free kick. Kunga unable to keep that ball in play. Cochran runs it down. Nicholas Carreau. Jack Metcalf. Williams.
You see the kickers are still coming out with a pretty high line, trying to put them under pressure and win the ball back. So definitely want to get after it and try and get a second goal early.
Shinosky, nice ball for Thompson. Fernando. Shinosky again. Switching the field for Yearwood, and that's a Richmond throw. Then Imura, unable to keep that ball in play. Metcalf restarts. Nicely done by Imura. Back for Williams. Shinosky. Fernando. He's trying to find Shriver. And Cochran able to break that up. Now Metcalf. And a kicker's throw coming. Boston Yearwood. Mikael Williams. Spangenberg off his line. Gonzalez up to win that header for Fernando. Now Gonzalez and the kickers have numbers. Thompson. Back post for Imura. Kendall Moulin got a piece of that. Bame trying to play it back in. Kendall Moulin clears again, but only as far as Troyer. Then Kunga comes away with possession. And Troyer a tackle from behind, and a free kick forthcoming for Atlanta. And I think Troyer might get a little talking to here.
Yeah, it looked like he got the ball there, but maybe referee thought maybe he took his leg first. Thought it was a clean tackle. Thought it was a bit of a harsh call there for Braden Troyer. That previous play, I think Scott Thompson cut inside nicely. I think he fancied the shot, but ended up going for the cross. But from with his favored left foot, would like to have seen him shoot that one.
And Troyer goes into the book. Yellow card in the 50th minute. Metcalf. Broken up by Williams, and Spangenberg clears.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think the referee wants to keep control of the game, but, you know, I think, again, like I said, I think it was a bit harsh for Braden Troyer. It looked like he got the ball cleanly. Good tackle there.
A.J. Cochran pressured by Fernando. Andrew Kendall Moulin. Now Will Crane. That was broken up by Williams, but only as far as Castro. Samuel. Gallagher chips it in. And An opportunity there for Alessandro Castro. Those a glimmering.
Yeah, better moment for Atlanta. So put a nice ball in there. Tough volley to keep down, but you know, definitely a bright moment in the game so far for Atlanta.
Maybe their brightest offensively. A little flurry at the very end of the first half. Crane controls. Kunga has some room. Strong run here from Kunga. And that was broken up at the last by Shanoski.
You can see he clipped the ball in nicely, right in between, and got his foot on it. Tough to keep down. Maybe should have gone with a side foot, just tried to place it.
Kicker's conceding a corner. Castro will take it. Kunga broken up by Bame. And Fernando the opportunity to gallop forward, looking for Bame. Steered away by Will Crane. And that's a goal kick for Atlanta.
Yeah, not sure if that was the right option. It's a good run from Bame there, but I think he's more of a decoy run. Maybe look for another option or drive inside with that one.
Thoreau puts it back into play. Shanoski sends it forward. That's chipped by Kisadu. Kept in play by Metcalf. Or Samuel. Metcalf rolls it back for Kendall Moulin. Thoreau turns it along. Kunga giving a run with Shanoski. Kunga fought through, and Spang and Byrne just gets enough.
Yeah, I think he wants a corner kick. It looked like Spangenberg got a little touch on that one. The referee must have missed it.
I really thought it did. Let's see what we get on the replay here. A little tougher to tell from that angle.
Yeah, initial thought was that he did get a touch on it.
Atlanta feeling like the roadside right now. Thompson trying to come up with a turnover. Kunga able to hold possession. Cochran for Samuel. Now Castro. Kunga. Kunga wins that battle with Fernando. Castro. Oliver Shannon. Will Crane. Metcalf, quick throw for Shannon.
See a lot more urgency here from the Atlanta players. It's like we've seen in the World Cup, the momentum can swing quickly, and Atlanta definitely enjoying some good possession here and some dangerous moments early in the second half.
Cochran's ball deflected by Metcalf. Gallagher. He has 5 goals this season. The pro rookie out of Notre Dame tumbles under the Yearwood challenge. And that's an Atlanta restart. #14th overall pick in this year's MLS Super Draft. Here's Jack Metcalf, broken up by Troyer. Kisadu. Gallagher in for Samuel and out by Troyer.
Yeah, that's exactly why Braden's there, to clear up those types of plays and kind of collapse on the back four to help them out.
Crane rolls it back for Kendall Moulin. Boy, Troyer's deployed tonight. It almost kind of looks like 4-1-4-1.
Yeah, he's definitely stepping up a little bit defensively, and then in possession you can see he's dropping back all the way in line with the center backs.
Austin Yearwood. Picked off by Shannon. Kissadoo. Gallagher trying to keep it in play. Gallagher in for Samuel. Boehm able to tip it out for Fernando. Then he goes down. The whistle goes Richmond's way after United was howling about contact.
It's well done from great touch from Fernando there and a great turn. So he's taken down. Surprised that's not a yellow card there. Stopping a counter-attack like that.
And that's Shannon. Every time Shannon fouls somebody, it seems like he's the guy that goes down hardest. Shinosky under pressure from Samuel. That was broken up by Crane. Shinosky recovers. Kendall Moulin left that one a bit light, and Shriver keep it in play. Shriver. Great opportunity for Gonzalez, but comfortable in the end for Caro.
Yeah, good work from Brian Shriver. Looked like the ball deflected in, right into the 6-yard box. See the deflection here. Brought it down, just didn't get a connection on it. Just needed to pick either side of the goal, and it's gone right into the keeper's hands.
Now Castro trying to make amends for that deflection, finds Kunga. That was broken up stoutly by Williams. And play continues momentarily. Now the whistle. Owen Kissadoo, the distressed party. He has 2 goals this season. Kissadoo had contact with Mikel Williams.
It looks like he just accidentally stepped on him right after the play there. See him holding his ribs.
But he's back at it as Yearwood played it back for Spangenberg.
Tricky one for the goalkeeper there, did well with it.
It got a little tense momentarily. Thompson plays it back for Shinosky. Fernando. That was broken up by Shannon. Fernando recovers for Thompson. Brian Shriver. Thompson on the overlap. Thompson with service. And Kendall Moulin there to play it out.
Yeah, you know when Scott Thompson is going to cross the ball in there with his right foot, someone's really got to kind of make a sacrificial run across the near post, because you know that's going to be tough for him to get it past that first defender. So I'd like to see, you know, the kickers player kind of attack that near post area, even if they're not going to finish it, just to help get the ball into the mix.
Now Connor Shinosky. Metcalf knocked it down for Kendall Moulin. Jack Metcalf. Hammered away by Williams. Metcalf will try it again. That's knocked down by Williams. Gonzalez. Yearwood. Raul Gonzalez. Fernando. And that was broken up by Castro. Gallagher started it forward. Now Metcalf. At the hour mark, Brian Shriver's goal still stands. Richmond 1, Atlanta United 2-0. Crane played it along, but play stopped as Fernando was down. 20-year-old Brazilian has had a couple of interesting games this season. Metcalf wearing the captain's armband for Atlanta in conversation with Scott Donnelly, their first-year head coach. There's the Richmond technical staff. David Bulow bundled up like it's March.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out there now for July.
Had rain all day. The field here takes it really well. Rain stopped about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And we had a game time temperature of 69, which is what, minimally about 15 degrees below average here. Finally got spring. The Rose ball headed forward for Samuel, broken up by Bain. Connor Shinosky. Gonzalez up for that header, but that was controlled by Crane. Now Samuel, advantage played here as Samuel's ball knocked down by Williams. Gonzalez out for Imura, who's had a quiet second half thus far. Gonzalez, kicker's getting numbers forward. Gonzalez for Fernando. Keeps the attack alive from a sharp angle. Thoreau got a hand on it. And Shannon able to find Metcalf, who clears it out of danger.
Good attack there from Richmond. Look pushing forward to get that second goal. Maybe just needed one more body in the box when that ball popped out. Ball's popping out just around the penalty spot for somebody to tap in. Just needed to get another body in the box. See here, Fernando gets his head up, tries to pick out the person at the near post. Keeper did well. The ball's right there for somebody to finish if they can get themselves in the box.
That trickles to Spangenberg. Neither team has offered a substitution yet. Luis Fernando. Good ball there for Gonzalez. And Shannon slow to get up as Gonzalez goes down. Play continues. Boston Yearwood challenged by Will Crane, and by Gallagher rather, and the foul goes against Richmond.
Another nice turn there from Luis Fernando to start an attack.
Kickers might be getting ready to make a change, walking around with a little sheet of paper. Kissadoo recovers from Williams, but did not threaten Spangenberg.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a shot there from Atlanta. Obviously, when you get those chances in and around the box, take a shot. I think obviously you'd rather hit it to that far post. So he'll be disappointed with his effort there, but tricky one, just kind of spinning on the half turn to get his shot off.
Gonzalez came away with that ball for Thompson. Now Gonzalez. Well defended by Crane. Kunga taken away by Fernando. Imura in traffic. Draws a foul.
Nice little ball in here from Fernando into Udai Imura's feet. It's a nice, tricky little first touch from Imura to draw the contact. See the good ball into his feet here. Nice little touch. Dangerous set piece here for Richmond coming up.
Cochran, who went from the University of Wisconsin to the Houston Dynamo for an MLS stint, the guilty party. Thompson standing over this one. Thompson, but right at Carreau. Which teams will be hitting top gear as the league comes down to the stretch in the race for the 2018 USL Cup playoffs? Find out every Monday evening with the USLsoccer.com power rankings. Chinoski there to clear that out of play.
You see Scott fancies his chances again after scoring a nice free kick from a similar position. Well struck, but right at the goalkeeper.
Metcalf's ball out for a Richmond goal kick. The stoppage coming here. I think we're going to get our first sub of the match. Atlanta will turn to the bench. And Kevin Barajas, University of Kentucky product, enters the fray here. Meanwhile, Gallagher around Williams. Opportunity and a tie game.
Yeah, I don't think David Bueller's going to be too happy about this one. Straight off a goal kick.
John Gallagher with his 6th of the season. And Atlanta has battled back to tie the game in the 66th minute.
Yeah, another one of those guys we were talking about at the beginning of the match that's come up with a nice finish. We'll see what the kickers do now to respond.
So Atlanta has rallied back to tie the game. Shannon comes up with the ball. Kissadoo. But runners unavailable. Spangenberg starts quickly for Troyer. Fernando pursued by Barajas, who just entered the game. Kendall Moulin plays forward.
See Dr. Babic in the background there. It's my dentist. Great guy.
More high pressure from Atlanta, and Kunga comes away with a turnover. Kunga. Yearwood trying to clear. Crane recovers. Gonzalez wins that ball. And a strong challenge sent Fernando down. Play continues. Shannon out to Kissadoo. Now Gallagher from distance. And a goal kick coming.
You can see good follow through from Gallagher there, just picking up the ball and slotting it home from the far post. I think the Richmond kickers will be disappointed to have given the ball away just straight off a goal kick. Just kind of out hustled to the ball, and now it's tied up at 1.
Shannon helped create that turnover, and now Fernando down again. Barajas replaced Castro. First sub of the match. Came just a couple of minutes before John Gallagher scored his 6th goal of the year to even this thing up. Brian Schreiber giving the kickers the lead with a 38th minute free kick goal. And while the kickers medical staff has a look at Luis Fernando, players take an opportunity to hydrate here. Kickers Wednesday take on RCD Espanyol from Spain's La Liga. We'll be back on CBS 6.3 Wednesday night to bring that to you. We will also be on beIN Sports. And here's Giuseppe Gentile. I meant to mention at the top of the broadcast, back in the 18 tonight for the first time since April after he suffered a knee injury and turned into a terrific television host.
Yeah, I'm sure he's itching to get back out on the field.
Gentile at the touchline. The sub appears won't come just yet. Kickers are momentarily down a man as Fernando tries to put himself back together. Imura wins that ball for Gonzalez. Deflected away by Metcalf. Gonzalez battling with Kisadou. They tumble. Play continues. And Metcalf rolls it back to Nicholas Carreau. Atlanta has not won on the road this season. They've not beaten a non-MLS 2 side yet. Kickers desperately need the 3 points. Kendall Moulin flying in for that header. Now Kisadou. Out to Gallagher. Kisadou has some space. Richmond goal kick coming, and now I think we'll get the change. And Giuseppe Gentile will replace Udai Imura in the kickers 11.
Yeah, you don't want to give these guys too much time and space on the edge, or you can get punished. You can see there he had a little bit of space to open up his body and look for that far post, and this time he put it off target.
Well, the veteran Gentile, kickers were really excited about his acquisition, but out nearly 2 months with a knee injury, back on the field. Bame up for that header, but chopped down by Kunga. Crane for Barajas, and Cochran plays forward. Chased down by Shadowski. Matthew Bolduc also came in. He kind of snuck in on that substitution. There's Bolduc behind Kunga. So the kickers have made 2 changes as Shannon wins that ball. Shannon looking for Gallagher. Samuel unable to turn it on frame.
Great ball across here for Atlanta. Had a couple of guys having a little bite at it. You can see they got a touch in it, and then Samuel at the back post just trying to get a touch. So good opportunity there for Atlanta.
Spangenberg puts it back in play. And Kendall Moulin concedes a throw. Looks like Bolduc has replaced Scott Thompson in the Richmond lineup, so the kickers have used 2 of their 3 subs. Atlanta still has 2 left. Gentile unable to get a touch there as he battles with Kunga. Won the ball, then went down, drew a foul. Advantage played. Here's Bolduc. Bolduc finds a little space. Now Bame, blocked by Barajas. Metcalf heads forward. Kisadou battling with Troyer. Schreiber keeps it alive. Service in is cleared out by Kendall Moulin.
Better moment for Richmond there. Schreiber just trying to put the ball across, just got to miss out that first defender, give the guys in the box a chance to get on the end of it.
Here's Williams. Jammed away by Cochran. Kunga plays it forward. Troyer up to win that header for Gentile. That's dug out by Cochran. Deflected at midfield by Bame. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez! Goal kick coming for Atlanta.
Yeah, you kind of sense that both teams want to definitely try and pick up 3 points in this game. So, game opening up a little bit now. Be interesting to see how these last 15 minutes play out as both teams try and push forward to get this game-winning goal.
Kissadoo for Atlanta. They scored it out by Shriver for a Richmond throw. Now Gentile, unable to get on the end of that as Carew jumped off his line. Kendall Moulin, where Samuel draws a foul from Williams. Kendall Moulin apparently also thought he was fouled. And maybe he was, because that's where the restart took place.
Yeah, I think there was just a grab after the play there. So I think it was Gentile, as it was played out, just kind of pulled him back. Referee saw it.
Andrew Kendall Moulin back for Carew. More Kendall Moulin. Now Shannon. A.J. Cochran. Will Crane, one of the Academy products. Barajas. Broken up by Troyer, now Fernando. Trying to find space for Shriver. And a desperate block by Kendall Moulin.
Yeah, and well played by Luis Fernando there. Found Shriver out on the left side, just tried to get a touch out of his feet and get his shot off, and great sliding tackle there from the defender.
And a shot from distance is handled by Carew. Shriver wearing the captain's armband now. Troyer won that ball. Williams back for Shinosky. Matthew Bolduc. He's playing up as a striker in New York. And now toiling out as a wing. Bame. Williams. Level match with under 13 minutes to play. No whistle as Kunga won that challenge. Now Kissadoo. Gallagher. Gallagher against Williams. And Williams this time standing tall. Ball for Gentile winds up out for a throw. David Bulow trying to earn a win at home for the first time in his still new tenure. Metcalf will restart. Kunga. Shriver back pass was picked off by Samuel. Now Gallagher. Shinosky clears. Cochran. Kendall Moulin. Metcalf. Looking for Gallagher. Kickers were asking for an offside as Gallagher is closed down by Williams. But a corner forthcoming for Atlanta United.
Yeah, Atlanta played with a lot more confidence and purpose this second half. Came out with a lot more urgent, got their goal. Looked like a very different team this second half compared to the first half. Yeah, kickers trying to get the offside shout there. It was tough to see across the line, so be a corner kick coming up for Atlanta.
Will Crane will take it. Service in, headed off the crossbar by Kendall Moulin, and Shinosky able to clear. Fernando. Shriver. Gentile just back from the knee injury.
You can see the ball whipped in here. Well up from the Atlanta center back, and then unlucky off the crossbar.
Cochran kept it alive, and Kendall Moulin, who was not scored in his brief pro career. Nearly gave United their first lead of the match. Less than 10 minutes from time, still deadlocked. Want to win tickets to the USL game of your choice? Show off how well you know the league every Tuesday morning in the USLsoccer.com Pick'em contest to have the chance to be the winner. Bame trying to keep the attack alive. Was dispossessed. Matthew Bolduc, shadowed by Kisadu, finds Bame. Gonzalez. Shriver. Finds Fernando. Blocked, but only as far as Bame. Bolduc. Will Crane with the tackle, but it's a Richmond throw. And we'll get a sub here. Atlanta will turn to the bench again. Kunga's night is over. Sean Nicklaw, San Diego native, is Atlanta's second sub of the match. Nicklaw of the University of Connecticut, played at FC Edmonton last season. Here's Williams. Shanoski. Gonzalez. Fernando. Found Bolduc. And he earns a corner with desperate defending from Cochran.
Good build-up play from Richmond here. See, after Fernandez just slipped it through, it just took maybe a second too long to get off his foot. You see a few extra steps in there and gives time for the defender to come in and block it. Just needed to get that shot or cross off just a half second earlier.
And now here comes Richmond's final sub, Fred Owusu-Sakiri. Enters the match. He had some really bright moments a couple of weeks ago here against Charlotte. And he comes on here less than 7 minutes from time. Thompson, service in! Was blocked off the line by Metcalf. Nicklaw getting his first touch out to Samuel. Looking for Kisadu, has space. Kisadu closed down.
Yes,
strong run by Bolduc there at the end.
End-to-end action here now. Great whipped in ball by Scott Thompson, the in-swinger. Makes it very tough to defend. You can see this in-swinging cross. Just cleared off the back post. And then a counter-attack by Atlanta. Another dangerous moment for Atlanta as they counter-attack from that corner kick.
Kendall Moonland's ball is gathered in by Spangenberg. Richmond a late first half goal. Atlanta answering in the middle of the second half. We are level just over 5 minutes from time. Williams looking for Gentile. Service in is gobbled up by Caro. Shriver playing a little wider, it looks like, here in the second half.
Yeah, he's been trying to pick up that ball out on the wide left. You can see he's gotten into the box a few times, into goal-scoring positions, but seems to be it's been out wide a lot more. That cross just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Just need to keep it away.
Troyer for Gentile. Gonzalez giving chase. Caro got it wide. Gentile got a piece. That was well played by Kendall Moulin. Shinosky recovers. Troyer. Headed clear by Kendall Moulin. Richmond throw. In the 86th minute, Gonzalez. Thompson for Gentile. Thompson trying to fight through traffic. Thompson struggles with Metcalf. And Metcalf able to clear as far as Nick Law. Owusu Security getting involved for the first time. Fernando. That was broken up by Cochran.
Yeah, great ball in by Owusu. Just tough one to hold there for Fernando.
Troyer for Shinosky. Gonzalez out wide. Williams. Now Shriver. Marked by Barajas. Thompson. Kendall Moulin heads it out. That will be a corner for Richmond. Want to get the key talking points from across the USL every week? Tune into the Hat Trick with Kelsey Steele Monday evenings on the USL Instagram account to stay in the know with what's happening around the league. Shriver here. Caro out to punch it free, but only as far as Gonzalez. Bolduc try to play it back in. Atlanta United defender down as a goal kick forthcoming.
Yeah, Shriver whips this one in and it kind of pops out to the edge of the box and little layoff there, and I think Bolduc will be disappointed with his shot on goal. Looked like the ball may have bobbled a little bit, which makes it tricky. Definitely want to hit that on target because then it can kind of deflect and go in.
Kendall Moulin was the injured party there. Security's entry into the Richmond lineup ended Greg Bame's night. Solid first pro start for Bame. Now less than 2 minutes from time and still tied. Ball deflected back to Spangenberg, who is able to clear it. Metcalf played forward. Samuel. Barajas. Gallagher. Barajas, one of Atlanta's subs. Now Shannon. Cochran. Barajas for Kane. Barajas. Cochran rolls it back for Kendall Moulin. Final minute of the 90. Crane. Fernando trying to win that ball.
Good
work.
work.
He draws a foul.
Yeah, good work from Fernando there. Just looked like the defender just stuck his leg out and brought him down.
Fernando's taking a bit of a beating tonight. Shouldn't be a ton of stoppage time. Crane, the guilty party there. We're going to get 3 minutes of added time here as Gonzalez tumbled under a challenge, and we do get the whistle, and we're going to get a card here. Gonzalez slow to get up. It's the fourth caution of the match.
Yeah, referee bringing out a couple of early yellow cards and then just kind of letting the game go, and brought down late here at the end. You can see that was a pretty dangerous opportunity, so easy call for the referee there.
Laurent Kissadu goes into the book early in stoppage time. Free kick forthcoming here for Richmond. Brian Schreiber's late first half free kick. The Richmond goal. Service in is headed away by Cochran. Restart for Atlanta. Gallagher galloping forward. Pinged it off Troyer and wins a corner.
Good opportunity for Atlanta here in the last minute and a half of the game. Richmond will have to stay on their toes.
Gallagher will take the corner here. Atlanta hasn't won on the road this season. Back post service. Williams got up to get ahead to it, and Spangenberg comes down. Trying to trigger the counter. Gentile. He goes down hard. Kissadu already on a yellow.
Wow, referee being very lenient there. That's kind of the definition of a yellow card, if you ask me.
He will probably not be Gentile's next cooking show guest. Bolduc plays in. That was headed right out by Cochran. About 30 seconds remaining of extra time. Kicker's trying to pull the 3 points out. Securi, Bolduc. Fernando blocked. Barajas trying to start the counter. Fernando hauls him down. Now just seconds remaining of extra time. And now the kicker's just trying to hold on for the 1 point. Careau. And that's it. We are done. Honors even tonight at City Stadium. Richmond Kickers again score first at home. Again, the opponent rallies back to salvage at least something. Atlanta United picking up a rare road point as this one ends up Richmond Kickers 1, Atlanta United 2-1. We'll recap it next on CBS 6.3 and ESPN+.
Don't miss out. It's the final days of Nissan Now. Hurry in for big savings on Rogue, America's best-selling SUV, and our entire lineup. Event ends April 2nd. Get 0% for up to 72 months on 13 models.
Make time to escape to the coast and enjoy 60 miles of beautiful beaches and let the sound of the ocean's tide take you to your happy place. Now's the perfect time to book your spring getaway to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Besides, you deserve it. Seize your moment now and come, let go, and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Don't miss out. It's the final days of Nissan Now. Hurry in for big savings on Rogue, America's best-selling SUV, and our entire lineup. Event ends April 2nd. Get 0% for up to 72 months on 13 models.
She works as a meteorologist at CBS 6, but Nikki D. Ray does all kinds of jobs. Roll call.
I'm Nikki D, the construction worker. I'm Nikki D, the insurance agent. I'm Nikki D, the doctor. I'm Nikki D, the fast food cook. I'm Nikki D, the referee. I'm Nikki D, the teacher. I'm Nikki D, the beekeeper. I'm Nikki D, the race car driver.
Nikki D, Can You Be Me? On CBS 6 this morning.
Richmond Kickers versus RCD Español. They conquered Real Madrid. They defeated Atlético de Madrid. La Liga. is coming to City Stadium July 25th. La Liga in RBA. Get tickets now at richmondkickers.com.
And back at City Stadium in Richmond, John Emmett along with Matthew Delicat. Richmond Kickers, Atlanta United share the honors tonight. A 1-1 draw for United, just their third road point of the season. They are 0-8-3 away from Coolray Park. Meanwhile, the Kickers, who started out brightly at home, now 1-3-2 in their last 6 here at City Stadium. Kickers struck first through Brian Shriver, but Atlanta able to answer after struggling in the opening 45.
Yeah, kind of a tale of two halves here. Richmond came out strong with a lot of offensive pressure, scored a great goal from a free kick from Brian Shriver. And then Atlanta coming out with a lot of confidence and a lot more urgency the second half and getting their goal.
Not much in the way of first half opportunities. That was about as much attack as Atlanta mustered early.
Yeah, Brian Shriver getting back on the score sheet with another set piece. Great finish, top corner, unstoppable for the goalkeeper. Getting the Kickers off to a great start.
Scoring the first goal for the 7th time in 8 games at home, but unable to hold it. And much better pressure from Atlanta in the second 45.
Yeah, Atlanta came out with a lot of urgency and a lot of confidence this half, and came out, created chances, and then managed to get on the score sheet. Richmond had their fair share of chances too, so they'll be disappointed they didn't pick up the 3 points. They got into some great positions in the second half.
Game really opened up for a lot of the final 20 minutes, and Atlanta was able to equalize through John Gallagher.
Yeah, we talked about Gallagher before the game, and you know, when he gets the ball in those positions, he's gonna tuck it away just like he did. So a great finish, and Atlanta will be pleased to get on the score sheet and come away with a point.
So the Red Army can celebrate a point, but the Kickers now 5-10-3, and really got it running out of time. Atlanta improves to 3-9-6 on the season. Next up for the Kickers, it is RCD Espanyol from Spain's La Liga. Here Wednesday night, we have coverage on CBS 6.3 and on beIN Sports. And if you happen to speak Catalan and you're in Barcelona, the game will also be on local television in Spain. Meanwhile, a midweek game for Atlanta United. They are on the road at Nashville SC Wednesday. They will not be home until August 28th. For Mike Voyak and our CBS crew here tonight at City Stadium, John Emmett for Matthew Delicat. Appreciate you joining us. Again, our final score, Richmond Kickers 1, Atlanta United 2-1. Good night from Richmond.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.